Hello world, it's Siraj, and how am I so productive? I get that question a lot, so in this video, I'm going to reveal 5 ways that I personally maintain my productivity. If you're new here, hit subscribe to get notified when I release my weekly educational videos. Every week, I make 3 or 4 technical videos that teach complex topics in technology, like artificial intelligence, blockchain, and quantum computing, in the most simple, understandable way that I can. On top of that, I run an international nonprofit called School of AI that consists of 800 representatives called deans across 400 cities globally, and it's growing insanely fast. It's a lot of work. The list of tasks is endless, from web development to partnerships, legalities, coordination, creating guidelines, etc. It's very stressful, but totally and completely worth it. There's literally nothing I'd rather do with my time than what I'm doing right now. That being said, the first way I stay productive is that I protect my mental health. In the past few months, lots of popular YouTubers, from H3H3 to FouseyTube to the Try Guys, have come forward to talk about how they've had mental breakdowns from making so many videos. The coupling of constant changes to YouTube's algorithm with the unhealthy obsession with remaining relevant to keep audience metrics up has caused burnouts amongst YouTube's most popular creators. I've been doing this for 2.5 years now, and there's definitely been moments where I've felt extremely stressed. But in order for me to be able to continue our mission of providing a world-class AI education to as many people as possible, I realized that my mental health should be my #1 priority. I can't deliver content constantly to you wizards unless I'm mentally stable. So I consciously make time to disconnect. Every week I spend one full 24-hour period without my phone. I am completely disconnected from the internet. Also, every night, the 3 hours before I sleep, I disconnect as well. I spend that time either by myself or with friends, just playing for the sake of playing. My full-time role as director of School of AI is to inspire and educate. And social media is the platform with which I've been doing that so far. It's how I've been able to reach so many people across the world. So it's absolutely crucial to what I do. But simultaneously, social media is harmful to mental health. Jaron Lanier, the author of 10 Arguments for Deleting Your Social Media Right Now, has this to say about social media usage.
Because you're being subtly manipulated by algorithms that are watching everything you do constantly and then sending you changes in your media feed and your diet that are calculated to adjust you slightly to the liking of some unseen advertiser.
The irony here is that Jaron was one of the pioneers of the World Wide Web and advocated for a world of free services that anybody could use. But Jaron has seen the harmful effects of what social media has become. I don't want to let social media manipulate me. I want to manipulate it. I want to be the one in control, not the algorithms. So not only do I limit the time that I am on social media, when I do use it, I use it specifically to either engage with the community or share content. Meaning, I literally schedule time to answer questions and reply to messages for each of the respective social media platforms that I use. And I schedule when I share my videos as well. Another part of protecting my mental health is by relying on a supportive community. This community, the School of AI, shares 7 values and a mission. And because we share these values, it makes it easier for us to build lasting relationships with each other. Vulnerability is the foundation by which close friendships are made. So I've made a point to be as vulnerable as I can with all of you, sharing my deepest secrets publicly rather than keeping them bottled up inside, like the fact that I've legally changed my name twice, or the fact that I was fired from my last job. And because of it, I've observed that I've been able to reach a new level of intimacy and connection with this community. We really are one big family, and I hope to see each of you be more vulnerable with each other as well. Negative emotions are okay to feel. It's a really important lesson that I learned from the book, The Subtle Art of Not Giving an F. It's okay to feel anxious or sad or guilty, but social media, in its current state, makes us believe, for a large part, that if we're not being positive, something's wrong with us. And that can lead to a thought spiral where we feel anxious about being anxious and sad about feeling sad or worrying about worrying. Accepting that negative emotions are an inevitable part of life, that there will always be some problem that I'll have, has freed me to have better mental health. The second way that I stay productive is that I say no. I am constantly saying no every single day. I'm saying no to potential business clients, relationships, video suggestions, advice on which direction to take School of AI. And I'm saying no to myself as well. I have so many things that I want to do, so many different projects and ideas, but I know that as a human being with a limited time on Earth and a limited span of attention, I can't do it all. If I try to do too many things at once, then each of those things won't be as quality as they could be. One of my first inspirations to adopt this type of mentality was the way Steve Jobs handled his return to Apple years later after being fired previously.
And focusing's hard because focusing doesn't mean saying yes, it means saying no. So we decide not to do a lot of things so we can focus on a few handfuls of things and do them well.
Focus means saying no. Our Slack channel has over 25,000 developers on it. I say no to being very active in all of the 100+ channels we have, but say yes to being very active in the Deans channel, where our deans share their experiences building AI communities in their respective cities. In fact, I like and comment on every single post in that channel. I am the most active person on it. Attention is a valuable thing, including in deep learning. And as a human, I can only spread my attention so much. So I actively choose to target that attention to areas where it matters the most to help achieve the goals I've set for myself. The third way I stay productive is by asking for help. Since I started my YouTube channel, I've always had the goal of solving AI and using it to solve the world's hardest problems. And starting my YouTube channel alone allowed me to make all the decisions myself. I know myself, I trust myself, and because of that, I was able to both make and implement a lot of decisions very fast, both in terms of the content of my videos and the direction I wanted to take the channel. I had no boss. But at some point, I realized that in order to actually accomplish my goal, I needed to scale. And scaling meant asking other people for help, leveraging other human brains to help me accomplish the larger goal. The first step in that direction was hiring a full-time editor and animator. I used to edit all my videos myself, and that's how I liked it. I didn't think any editor would be able to edit machine learning equations on a screen the way that I could. But eventually, I found and learned to trust my now full-time editor and animator. And I followed a similar thought pattern when it came to social media promotion. The social media work I used to do myself, like SEO and general growth strategies, is now done by my social media manager. Even content creation, our School of AI deans are creating their own curriculums, their own educational AI videos, and imbuing it with their own personalities. It's not just me anymore. I have learned to ask for help across my entire work pipeline, and I'm still learning how to ask for help. I have a giant list of tasks I need to complete, and if it was humanly possible, I would do it all myself. But I'm learning how to pick and choose those tasks that are best suited for me to do and ask for help from specific deans at our school for the rest. This ongoing practice has definitely boosted my productivity. The fourth way I stay productive is by performing rapid experimentation. This is actually one of our values at School of AI. An idea alone is worth Nothing. It's the execution of it that matters. And the best way to do that is to build, assess, and reiterate until you have a valid solution to a problem. The 100 Days of ML Code Challenge, the Drake In My Feelings AI Challenge, and even the entire School of AI organization. All 3 of these initiatives I've started in the past 3 months, and each was launched with a single video on YouTube. Each of these initiatives could have gone horribly wrong. They could have been received negatively and misunderstood like Siraj coin was, but because I have the mentality of rapid experimentation, of just putting something out there, seeing what people feel, and then iterating until it's better, I had the courage to put those ideas out into the world, regardless of how people felt. It's okay to fail. I embrace failure wholeheartedly, and so should you. It's a part of rapid experimentation. It means we're learning and growing as humans. It also means that I can quickly see what works and what doesn't work, which saves me a lot of time. And the 5th way that I stay productive is through detailed planning. At the start of every week, I use a dedicated segment of my time, usually about 5 hours, but it can take up to 10 hours sometimes to plan. I plan my week, month, year, and 5 years in as much detail as I can, listing out my goals for each of these time intervals. And then for my week plan, how I'm going to achieve those goals specifically. I try and plan out every single hour of my day for the entire week, which includes planning time to rest and rejuvenate. And all of my to-do tasks change every single week. Nothing is ever static. But because I take the initiative to plan, I feel more secure with what I'm doing, and I'm able to effectively prioritize and organize all of the tasks that I need to do in an efficient way. And that's pretty much it. I'm definitely a human with flaws, and I make mistakes, but I learn from them, and I'm committed to growing both myself as a human and this community for the better. I live to serve AI wizards. It brings me a very deep sense of joy in a way that nothing else ever has. So thank you for watching and for being a part of this community. What do you do to stay productive? Share it in the comment section. I'll pin the reply that people find most useful. Please subscribe for more educational videos. And for now, I've got to say yes to my wizards. So thanks for watching.